Here I have Jim and Sally Smith's retirement plan. It gives an overview of the current standing for their retirement with the client profile, assumptions, risk tolerance, and likelihood. And once the likelihood of the plan is found, then their retirement alternatives and likelihood post recommendations are followed by an action plan. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is an overlook of the client profile. This includes all of their information and their goals of what they would like to do within their retirement plan. Here are the assumptions that I have within their plan. Their healthcare cost of all of their different insurance, like before Medicare, because they're supposed to be retiring before Medicare. Here's another assumption: Sally's business, that her business would need to be worth 266,391 to get it to be 300,000 in the future when it sells. This is for their term life insurance. Their term life insurance policy is with AIG for both of them, and I just found them some term life policies to be included with Money Guide Pro. Here's some more assumptions for them. Here's their disability insurance. And another assumption is their long-term care insurance. I did it with spousal discount. Here's their risk tolerance. Their risk tolerance score is calculated basically on how risky Jim and Sally want to be within their portfolio, and also how much return they need to be making with their goals. They went quite higher because they wanted to reach that higher amount of return on their portfolio. The likelihood of the pre-recommendation. So here's the likelihood of what all of their goals that they wanted and all of what they have going on in their plan so far. Here was the likelihood. It was really, really low. Their confidence zone was way below what it needed to be. And so this is a good example for Jim and Sally to be able to know that they are way below where they need to be with what their goals are. So here's some retirement alternatives. Here's the Monte Carlo simulator. So with the recommendations that I'm going to show, this graph shows that what it would look like with the average return. That's the green line. If it had bad timing, that would be the red line, and the last line would just be the worst trial that it ran. So this kind of shows that basically it's very unlikely for them to run out of money with the new recommendation, and that's a really good thing. Even with bad timing, they still wouldn't run out of money. It just wouldn't be as positive. With the average return, it would be better. Here's some more retirement alternatives. Here's the Social Security analysis and timing. It gives you a good look at all the different possibilities that they can do. And honestly, the best one that they can go with is going with at age 70. And so at age 70, that they will be able to reach like the maximum benefit that they can get in Social Security. Here's some retirement alternatives that I saw throughout. They can extend the amount of time working, which would be a great benefit to them. They can lower the amount of retirement expense. Getting rid of the wants and wishes, getting rid of some of those would definitely help. And increasing savings, that's an option too. Here's a savings note down there for them. The likelihood post-recommendation ended up to be 75%, which is great. It's within that green zone. They're going to have to make some changes. That they're going to have to retire at the latest time that they want to, which was 65 and 63. They're going to have to cut down on their living expenses quite a bit. Healthcare had to be decreased a little bit, but they're going to be retiring later, so that'll help. Travel had to be reduced, but they can still travel some. Charity was reduced, but they can still give to charity. They can't have the new car, can't help any family, and can't give to the university alma mater, but they can still help their nephew's education by $1,000. But overall, this plan is great, though, because they have a 75% confidence level of success. So an action plan is if they're wanting to reach more of their goals and wishes that they aren't able to, they could contribute to the maximum of 15% for Jim's 403B. They could even save more throughout the next year for both Jim and Sally, more than the $10,000 that they talked about would be their maximum. Maybe they could save more. Maybe they could find a place to do that. Immediately investing in a portfolio with more chance of return, we talked about that earlier, and deciding how much later both of them could possibly retire. If they decide to retire even later, that could help them even more. So this is Jim and Sally's retirement plan, and they are at a 75% confidence level now with my recommendations.